today about how it is possible, and it really was your intention when you came into this body to begin with, to have response to life that was not conditional on conditions. Because that's the only way that you can deliberately expand into something different. If you're giving your attention to the conditions that surround and just having emotional responses to those conditions, you're just practicing the frequency of those conditions, getting better at emitting the signal, even if it's a signal about something that you don't want. And law of attraction is excellent about giving you things that exactly match the signal that you're offering. Because you create your own reality. This is a vibrational universe, and you are a vibrational emitter of a signal in every waking moment. And so if the signal that you're emitting is in response to something that you are observing that you do not want, then you continue to do it, and it gets easier and easier to do it because law of attraction makes it easier and easier to do it. Sometimes you feel like your thoughts are thinking you. It's never that way. But we know how sometimes when you're just responding to conditions, it feels like you don't have a choice about it. But you do, and that's really what we want to talk about. That's what unconditional love is. Unconditional tuning to source, so that you are setting the vibrational tone first, and then it is our promise to you. When you get consistent at that, the response of the universe will be consistent too. You get what you think about, and you have quite a mix of thoughts going on, don't you? When you focus upon something and you don't contradict it with a countering thought, that thought has more power because it's purer. Resistance is what slows things down. You know that just from the physics that you know in your time-space reality. An airplane flying through the sky at 30,000 feet, 500 miles an hour or so, still has some resistance. The air has resistance. The astronauts have felt the experience of moving out of the atmosphere where the gravitational pull is different and there is less resistance. They feel the difference when they break through that. And so you have a sense of resistance, but we want you to understand that every thought you think has a potential of being resistance-free. That's what we call allowing, or resistance. And the way you feel is the indicator of which it is. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. There is nothing that is inappropriate. Everything will be offered by you at the perfect unfolding in this co-creating at its best. We know that through all you've been living, you've been asking and asking and asking and asking. And we want you to know that everything that you want is already vibrationally queued up for you. Now, many of you, and this is your problem, really it is, aren't that happy about the vibrational queuing up. Just deliver the goods. I appreciate how much money is queued up, but until I can spend it, I'm not really that excited about it. I appreciate that there is a lover waiting for me, but until I can see this person, I'm not really that excited about the vibrational essence of this person. We know what you mean, but we want you to understand, if you can accept the vibrational cueing, if you can accept that vibrationally speaking, that the larger part of you has already become and is already experiencing these things that you desire, and you will get yourself more often into a mode of appreciation, what you will begin to discover is you will have more and more rendezvous with more and more physical things that will give you the evidence of that which you are reaching for. It's so nice when you start recognizing consciously the vibrational formation even before it is a manifestation. So now we want to talk about what is a manifestation. Is a manifestation a materialization? In other words, does the money have to show up? Does the person have to show up? Does the condition have to change? Does the work have to show up? What is the manifestation? And we want to get you to stretch just a little bit with us into the vibrational understanding. Because everything that you want, no matter what it is, whether it's a material object or a relationship or a bodily condition, a circumstance, an event, everything that you want without exception is because you want the feeling that you believe you will have, the good feeling that you believe that you will have in the having of that materialization. And we are not for a moment trying to talk you out of or guide you around or slow you down from your manifestations. This is a physical world you've come forth to manifest. This leading edge time-space reality where all of us are focused right here out on the leading edge with you is for manifestation. And we want you to know that because we can see the materialization of that which you are reaching for, when you tune to that which is us, you will be able to see it too. It's a fine line for so many of you because you say, I don't just want the essence of it. I want it. I just don't want the feeling of it. I want to have it so that I can have a feeling response to it. And we say, there's the rub for you right there. You want the manifestation or the materialization so that you can have a response to it. And we want you to figure out how to have the response to what we are already knowing, a response to what we are already seeing, a response to the reality that you've already created. And once you are having the feeling response to the vibrational version of it, the manifested, actualized version of it must appear to you. Because in this leading edge environment, that's the only difference, friends, between the leading edge and the not the leading edge. The leading edge is where stuff manifests. Do you get it? The leading edge is where stuff manifests. But you want the good stuff to manifest, which means you got to focus on the good stuff. And we want you to understand that the source within you and all who love you, and there are more than you can count and more than we can name, are focused with you out here in this leading edge moment, rooting for your modification of your vibration just enough that you will begin to feel. You will begin to feel the manifestation forming, and you will take satisfaction from it even before you're able to see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. That's really the key. Your emotions are all about feeling, aren't they? When you talk about emotions, aren't you talking about feelings? We are. When we talk about your emotions, we're talking about your feelings, you see. So, we've been telling you for a while that there are 3 steps to the creative process that you have come here to experience. Step 1 is ask with clarity of that which you want. And the contrast of your life experience focuses that asking within you whether you're ready to let it in or not. That asking is sharp within you all of the time. Step 2 is source in all of its readiness, in all of its answering, in all of its knowing, in all of its love, in all of its awareness of you, is there in the vibrational frequency of the answer that you've been asking for. Every solution that you seek, every answer that you want, right there, ready for you to receive when you do step 3. And step 3 is the part that we talk about all day, every day as we come together. Step 3 is the part where you figure out how to allow yourself to be in the vibrational frequency. Allow yourself to be in a frequency that does not resist. Allow yourself to be in a frequency that allows rather than pushes away. Allow yourself to be in the frequency where the source within you can stand with you, see with you, hear with you, smell with you, taste with you, touch with you, know with you the power and the importance of this moment of contemplation, this moment of introspection, this moment of awareness, this moment of conversation, this moment of human interaction, this moment of being alive in your physical body, alive in your physical body. Can you hear what we're saying? Not just you alive in your physical body, but you allowing life in your physical body. You allowing the life that you really intended to flow through this physical body. Occasionally, someone you see is doing that, and you call them the master of dance, or the master of mathematics, or the master of music, or the master of words, or of poetry, or of science. You call them masters. You call them freaks. You are amazed. You are amazed when someone bees normal. You are amazed when someone finds that way to be the whole being that they were born to be. We want you to stop thinking of those people as exceptions or even as exceptional. We want you to see the normalcy in you allowing the wholeness of that which is you in each moment, in each conversation. Oh, we want to convey to you that you have this non-physical contingency of interested parties in your well-being who are constantly, with forethought and foresight, acknowledging and therefore possibly influencing you to good moves and steps in the direction of what you're wanting. We want you to know that when you practice the vibrational vicinity of who you really are, that you have access to more of what you would call insight. If you're talking about the beasts of your planets, you call it instinct. But what it really is that all day, every day, for as long as you have been in this physical body, you've been sifting and sorting and defining what you want, and you've been sending these precise, specific rockets of desire into what we've been calling your vibrational vortex. We've been calling it a vortex, which is a vibrational holding place for all expansion that you've discovered along your way. And so, the source within you, and we are including your inner being and those dearly departed who know of you, who are interested in what you are doing. This cadre of non-physical interest and love and attention that is focused upon you knows who you are in terms of what you've become, what's in your vortex, and all the things that you lived in order to put it there. And most important, where you stand right now in any moment in vibrational proximity to it. In other words, in maybe easier to understand words, we know where you are in relationship to what you want. We know what you want and where you are in relationship to what you want. We know what the path of least resistance is to lead you from where you are to what you are wanting. And we are always aware of where you stand in relationship to it and always giving you loving guidance in the form of influence or clues, sometimes so vivid that it just knocks us over that you miss it. Vivid, clear clues, path of least resistance guidance to help you to get from where you are to where you want to be on every subject that is important to you all day, every day, no exception. And that's what we call the art of allowing. You preparing yourself vibrationally so that you don't miss the clues, because they're there all day. But it is our promise to you that when you train yourself to the subtlety of vibration and you translate it consciously through your understanding of emotion, you will then and only then be the whole being that you came here to be, you see. Otherwise, you're out here on this raw and ragged edge, depriving yourself of the fullness of who you are and looking for manifestations to buoy you up, and it is backwards. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. And we want you to know that there is great love and appreciation here for that which is you. And we want you to know that that which is you and that which is us is not different. We started to say we will leave you, but then that is never true. We want you to know that we see you in the fullness of that which is you. From our perspective, that is within the vortex. And that when you reach for the feeling of that which is us, you must join us in the vibrational frequency of your vortex. And when you do, you've established that grid that will fill in with the evidence that you are seeking. Not just the evidence of dearly departed, but the evidence of the dollars that you seek, the evidence of the physical wellness that you seek, the evidence of the clarity that you seek, the evidence of the lover that you seek, the evidence of the opportunities that you seek, the evidence of the deliciousness of life moment by moment. Not just a peak experience where you've planned for a vacation and off you go, but peak after peak after peak after peak all day long as the convergence of that which is